Sometimes a conference championship game can be a potential preview of a state final. Other times, it can be a springboard for a team outside the top 10 to get to the next level and become one of those sleepers that so often can become spoilers at the state tournament. We've already seen the former. Might we see the latter in our Nebraska Public Power District matchup in the boys' championship of the East Husker Conference as the 3-seed West Point Beemer Cadets take on the 4-seeded Tigers of North Bend Central. Alongside Lou Siefker, I'm Eric McKay. Back in the Stanton Mustang Gym. And Lou, we saw the semifinals last night. Both of these teams upsetting the top 2 seeds, Howells Dodge and Pender. And Lou, both of them did so in very impressive fashion.
Yeah, they both were very, I think coming into this tournament, a lot of people, including us, thought that, Howells Dodge Pender rematch might be in order. But both of these teams, not only did they look really great in the semifinals, but these teams are playing exceptional ball at the right time. I mean, you've got a team in West Point that has won 11, West Point Beamer has won 11 of their last 12, and North Bend Central has won 10 of their last 11. So that's the epitome of playing great basketball down the stretch. And both teams, again, very impressive in those semifinal games.
Both of that after rough starts to the season. West Point Beamer started 4-4 before their current streak. North Bend Central started 6-4 before their current streak. Saw North Bend Central earlier this year on News Channel Nebraska. A hard-fought win over Columbus Lakeview. They've looked much better since then, Lou. Yeah. We saw them last night beat Howells Dodge by 14. And offensively, they did a lot of things well. But the thing that stood out when we watched that game was defensively. Held Howells Dodge to their lowest point total this year, forced 18 points. The Jaguars were never comfortable offensively.
No, that was exactly it. I mean, the way they played defense, when I did the game against Lakeview, and I would not have said at that point that they were a threat to make state. The way they played defense in that semifinal game, they certainly could get there. They were aggressive. They were quick. They're a bigger team. They've got some size. And they just absolutely were smothering on defense. And if you play defense that way, if you do that night in and night out, you got a chance to beat anybody. But certainly, I think that's been the big difference from when I saw them in December till here in February is how active they were, how physical they were, and how good that defense was. I thought they were exceptional last night.
Meanwhile, West Point Beamer, there was a lot of talk coming into this year about them maybe being a sleeper in C1. 4 starters back from a team that lost in the district final a year ago to Ashland Greenwood, who turned out to be pretty good in the end. 18-8 a year ago for Coach Tyler Polacek. Then they start 4-4. You kind of forget about them, and then here they are, winners of 11 of 12. And last night against Pender, it took them a while to find their rhythm. I thought the game was tied at the half, but in the second half, only turned the ball over 4 times after the break. Really settled in offensively, and I thought did a nice job both defensively and offensively taking control. It really seemed once the fourth quarter started, Pender had no shot.
Yeah, and I think that they also play very good defense, but they handle the basketball well, and I thought they shared the ball well. They've got a lot of weapons that can do damage. And when you talk about a team with depth, they play 9 players. They're a good basketball team. Not just the starters, but the rotations that come in off the bench are productive. So I think that also, along with the West Point Beamer going maybe a little quicker maybe against North Bend, I think that depth certainly could play a factor in tonight's ballgame.
We will talk key players. We got starting lineups, all the action coming up. It's the East Husker Conference Championship. Why would you want to be anywhere else than where you are right now? Back after this is News Channel Nebraska.
Heart problems can affect anybody, but there's things you can do to try to prevent them and to treat them right when they pop up. Let's learn more about it from an expert at Faith Regional. Now by Shane O'Brien, the manager and exercise specialist at the Cardiac and Pulmonary Rehab Units at Faith Regional Health Services. Our topic today is heart health, and starting with heart attacks, what are some of the symptoms we should be on the lookout for?
Some of the typical symptoms that you hear about are stabbing pain in the middle of your chest, radiating down your arms, left and right arm, maybe radiating up to your neck, shortness of breath.
But this could be different for women, especially women that are having symptoms of cardiovascular disease.
Absolutely. Women's symptoms seem to be more subtle. Be extreme fatigue. You could have back shoulder pain, toothache. Women tend to put other people first and poo-poo their symptoms, and it could be something more serious.
And so when we're talking about heart health, we want to prevent problems down the road. What are the things that people should be doing throughout their whole lives to make sure they're heart healthy?
Exercise. We want to be exercising at least 30 minutes a day, most days of the week. Nutrition is very important. You want to eat lots of fruits and vegetables, fish, chicken, lean cuts of protein.
With the prevalence of heart problems, that means being able to respond quickly is critical, and CPR is a way to go about that. And now there's the hands-only method. What is that?
Where they used to teach you'd give 2 rescue breaths to every 30 compressions, now it's just continuous CPR. Call somebody for help. You've got to get 911 activated. Then you just go right into compressions, 100 to 120 compressions per minute.
What can people do to make sure that they understand how to perform CPR?
Faith Regional has been out in the community teaching hands-only CPR. We teach it up here in cardiac rehab. Every 6 weeks we have a class. Just look for ways to find that education.
Do you recommend that everybody learn that skill?
Absolutely. Even if you weren't able to perform that skill, you could tell somebody how to do that skill.
Well, Shane, thank you so much for joining us.
You're very welcome.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people. Now we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
Ashoff Construction of Osmond does it all when it comes to general contracting. From agricultural storage buildings to commercial office buildings, retail warehouses to concrete contracting. The AGI Sentinel buildings help safeguard crops and valuable assets, and Ashoff's professional builders handle the job from the design through the completion of the build. For a free estimate, contact Bill and Price, Scott Pullman, or Brandon Ruge. Call 402-748-3551 today. Visit AshoffConstruction.com for more information.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
Beatrice Community Hospital is proud to serve Beatrice and the surrounding area for over 100 years. We provide quality care with small-town hospitality. Our services include family medicine, OBGYNs, robotic surgery, diagnostic imaging, and more. We're excited to grow our services, including a new medical clinic building in the community of Wymore. We're proud to be a top 20 rural hospital. And thank you for trusting us to care for you and your family. Beatrice Community Hospital. Incredible care. Incredibly close.
The pregame show is sponsored by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports.
Couple of real good coaches trying to get a conference championship tonight. North Bend Central taking on West Point Beemer alongside Lou Seifker. I'm Eric McKay. Let's talk key players in this one. You saw Coach Jonathan Bear there for North Bend Central. Coach's kid, Coda Bear, he is the epitome of don't judge a book by its cover. He does not exactly look like the talented hooper that he is.
Yeah, I mean, he's not the biggest guy, and he wears those glasses, but take him lightly, and you're going to be looking awful silly because he's a great player. Much like the players to watch in the girls' game, Coda Bear he is a fourth-quarter player. When the money is on the line, he steps up big. He did it last night, 24 points and 6 rebounds in that win over Howells Dodge. But I go all the way back to that game in December that we watched. He was a definite factor at late in that game, just a clutch player and a player. He has shot more free throws than anybody in Class C2. You got to get to the line to make more, right? He is so adept at finding ways to get in the lane and getting to the foul line.
One of the better on-ball defenders in the state as well, 9th in steals per game. Meanwhile, West Point Beemer, 15-5 for Coach Tyler Polacek, was a really good guard at Howells Dodge, and a guy that takes after him is the 5'11 senior Hunter Swanson, as deadly with the basketball on the dribble as anybody we've seen this year.
Yeah, he handles the basketball exceptionally well. He's a good rebounder, too, for a guard, but averages almost 6 assists a game, so he gets everybody involved. And that's what you want out of your point man is not only be a scorer, but to be a distributor. And, he was a guy, the last time these two teams played, going back to December, it was a big win for West Point Beemer over North Bend, and Hunter Swanson had 27 points in that game. You think he's going to be a concern for the North Bend defense tonight? They're going to have to try to take him out of the ball game to win this one.
Had 18 points last night in their semifinal victory over Pender. There you see the bracket. It was West Point Beemer beating Pender last night, 52-42. North Bend Central got here by virtue of a victory over Howells Dodge. That is earning your way to the title game. You got to beat Corey Myers and Bancroft Rosalie, then Kevin Janata and Howells Dodge to get to the title game. That's getting it done. North Bend Central, the 4-seed, West Point Beemer, the 3-seed. The winner of this will be East Husker Conference champion. And for West Point Beemer, that's a chance for them to do something they've not done since 1991, and it was just West Point back then. They were not with Beemer yet. They listed as West Point Beemer in the program, but it was just West Point at that time. The amazing thing, Lou, and I think of West Point Beemer, the 4 seniors back, the 18-8 team a year ago. Since West Point and Beemer have combined, they have never made it to the state tournament. The last time fans of these cities have been to the state tournament was in 2003. It has been a long time coming. Now, Class C1, that is a tough party to crash.
Yeah, it sure
but if anybody's going to do it, it could be a team with 4 seniors that's playing well at the right time. A conference championship like this could just be the springboard the cadets need.
Well, we've heard a lot in the state of Nebraska about the advantages of having an older team, right? This is 5 seniors that start on this team. This team has been there and done that, except get to the state tournament. That's the next step, and certainly a win today would be a huge step in the right direction for the West Point Beemer cadets.
Boy, we've seen so much good basketball this week. We've got so much more coming up, and then some. We'll be out west Tuesday night, Blue Hill Pleasanton. Omaha Supernovas back on your screens this Thursday as they take on the Dallas Pulse. Supernovas starting to pick it up a little bit. Fun mid-state conference matchup next Friday night. Lou, you and I will be there as Norfolk Catholic takes on Ponca. That Elkhorn Valley Pierce game, especially the girls game in particular, could be a big one. And then Platteview and Crete wrap as we get toward the end of the regular. We're 2 weeks away from the end of the regular season. The girls' regular season ends next week in all classes but A and B. We are down to the wire, a month away from the state tournament, which you'll be able to watch right here on News Channel Nebraska. Starting lineups, opening tip next. You're watching the East Husker Conference Championships on News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Bank of the Valley. Together we go further. Visit one of their locations or check them out online at bankofthevalley.com. And by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or good-to-go convenience stores today.
It all starts at Big Red Motorsports in O'Neill. A side-by-side built to work with you on the farm or the ranch. A trusted partner when you're out hunting. And the adventurous speed to feel the thrill when it's time to play. Work hard, ride hard, play hard. Big Red Motorsports in O'Neill, powering your passion every step of the way.
Behind every switch you flip, innovation is at work. NPPD is using advanced technology to generate and deliver the reliable energy you have come to expect, like AI-driven platforms to optimize energy generation, drones for infrastructure inspection, advanced metering for faster outage detection, and helping advance carbon capture and sequestration technologies. It's not just electricity we are delivering, it's innovation, powering the state, empowering your life. Nebraska Public Power District.
Receiving 3 top heart and vascular honors from Health Grades reflects the trust our community places in Faith Regional. Behind every recognition is a patient who turned to us in a critical moment, a family seeking reassurance, and a cardiovascular team dedicated to being there. Our specialists deliver trusted expertise, proven outcomes, and compassionate care because our patients are and always will be our why. Faith Regional Cardiovascular Institute. Triple honors, one dedicated team.
Welcome back to News Channel Nebraska, live in Stanton. The East Husker Conference Championship, your Nebraska Public Power District matchup, features the 3-seed West Point Beemer Cadets and the 4th-seeded Tigers of North Bend Central. NPPD always there when you need them. As we talk school spotlight, North Bend Central, they've got a great history here at the East Husker, both girls and boys. Last won the conference title in 2024, beat Howells Dodge. Coach Jonathan Baer has 3 conference championships to his credit. They went back-to-back in 2016 and 2017. A team that has gone to history, gone to state 11 times in history, last in 2019 when they were state runner-up. West Point Beemer, we talked about it. They've never won a conference title as a combined unit. West Point won a solo title in 1991. They were runners-up a year ago to Howells Dodge. Have never made it to state as a consolidated district. West Point High went 25 times, most recently in 2003. Beemer went 7 times, most recently in 2002. Both of them have state runners-up to their credit, but no state titles.
Eric, the North Bend, that 1926 runner-up team, the Class H, we're going to invite anybody that remembers that game to go ahead and get on social media and let us know how that game went.
You know, I just want to know how they got there. That's all I want. 1926 from North Bend to Lincoln? How did you get there?
It's a long trip.
It's 100 years ago.
They were tearing apart those peach baskets in that game.
All right, let's talk starting lineups brought to you by Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for. We talked about Coda Bear. This is a team that's got some players. Cash Hannis, the 5'9" senior sharpshooter, 34% from deep, 5th most three-pointers in Class C2 this season. He was 3 of 9 from deep last night. Got a great game last night as well from Ryder Brabitz defensively. Played really well, the 6'4" senior. They've got a bench, though. Reed Karnitz and Ethan Cluck, the 6'5" senior, coming off the bench. He was a starter last year, one of 4 starters back this year, and has kind of become sort of a 6th man, sort of a 6th starter, just shy of 6 points, just shy of 6 rebounds a game. But, Lou, you and I were really impressed by him athletically, what he was able to do defensively against Howells Dodge.
Yeah, I really liked how active he was, and he was physical. And at 6'5", he's a good athlete. He can get up there. He can jump high and create havoc. And, you know, sometimes you see a player and you go, I wish he was 6'5". Well, Cluck is 6'5", and he's starting to play at that level. Definitely a factor for this team.
We talked about Hunter Swanson. Peyton Penrose, very good three-point shooter, 36% on the year. He was 4 of 8 last night at 15 points, 5 rebounds. 3 players in double figures for West Point Beemer last night. Miles Nielsen, the 5'10" senior, had 10 points and 4 boards. They go deep, though. They have a 9-man rotation. You'll see a lot of Mason Tolley, Hunter Doggett, Bryce Popkin, and Big Nate Vandergrind. He's listed at 6 feet. I don't know if that's height or width. He is a wide-bodied senior, and will be banging down low for sure.
Yeah, they average, the cadets average about 12, 13 points a game off of the bench.
Yep.
So that could be a big factor, obviously, in this one. And I think the guy to watch is the guy you mentioned. You know, we talked about Swanson, what a great player he is, but the first game when they played, Peyton Penrose had 21 points.
Yep.
And he's a guy that can fill it up. And if you get that 1-2 combination in this game, the cadets will have a great chance to win it.
They've got guys who are okay shooting, but Penrose is really their most consistent threat from 3. If he gets going, that really opens things up for West Point Beemer. It's 6'5" Ian Schiller against 6'4" Ryder Brabitz at the center circle, and we are underway. So glad you could join us here on News Channel Nebraska for tonight's East Husker Conference Championship. West Point Beemer facing a man-to-man look defensively from North Bend Central. Quick trigger, triple finds the bottom. That's Miles Nielsen. He was hitting from early last night as well. This is going to be a quick one, folks. Up and down. Settle in. The scoring's going to be fast and furious. That's Drew Stirrup from deep.
Yeah, Stirrup from downtown. And now quick turnover, West Point Beemer. This first game these two teams played, 63-46 in favor of the Cadets. But I think, again, as we mentioned, you see that shot to fall down, a long-range shot. I think this North Bend team has improved greatly since I saw them last.
Replays brought to you in part by Mead Lumber, making you feel at home from design to finish. Back down low with Brabitz trying to use that size. Follows, fills it up. Offensive rebound and a putback. Sorry, that's Drew Stirrup. He's got all of 5 of North Bend's points.
Yeah, great job by Stirrup to battle. There's that size and that aggressiveness. If North Bend can bring it like we saw it last night, I think it's going to be tough for they're just a little bit bigger than West Point Beemer, and if they bring that sort of aggressiveness and physicality to the game, I think it'll be tough.
Braxton Quaddle called for the foul, his first. Here's Swanson. Folks, he is electrifying with the ball in his hands. Has incredible handles and an amazing passer. Rejected, got him with the body, say the officials.
Yep.
And West Point Beemer heading to the line. That's Blaze Brockman off the foul on Ryder Brabitz.
Yeah, Brabitz it's a clean block, but you see there it's the body. Definite contact.
It's almost where it's a disadvantage to be tall. His hip kind of got him in the shoulder there. Yeah. In and out. This is a good free throw shooting team. Last night, though, they didn't show it. 9 of 17. They've been good of late. On the season, the number's 52%. Brockman, though, 72% on the year. Splits the pair. This one could get high scoring. Neither of these teams shy about shooting. North Bend Central averages 23 pointers taken a game. Tried down low. Coda Bear regathers. Cash Hannis from NBA range. Swanson delivers for West Point Beemer. Screen draws a crowd. Stepping back, wanting 3. Good. Nothing. 5'10" junior.
Got an open shot there for the key, knocked it home.
Good defense down low by West Point Beemer. Foul will be called. That will send a Quaddle to the line.
I think that's something we'll watch tonight is the fouls, because both of these teams like to play physical in-your-face style. This might be a difficult game to officiate just because there's going to be so much contact.
That foul was called on Hunter Doggett, his first. Line change, whole bunch of new players in. Right, Cluck in for the first time for North Bend Central. Ethan Cluck, the 6'5" senior, who was electrifying for Coach Bear last night off the bench.
At 6'5", and he's got great hops. He can really get up in the air.
Schiller the rebound. And Beemer up early on. East Conference Championship. Trying to turn the corner off the Schiller Reese. His first action. Back to Swanson. Bear staying on. Last night just deep at 3-2 wrong. Cluck.
Yeah, they just looked quick last night that I saw them in December. They just moved so much faster, aggressiveness.
Bear. And called on the floor. That's going to be on Swanson. His first. We talked about it. Coda Bear has attempted more free throws than anyone in Class C2. And I would love to know the percentage of them that come in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
He attempted 8 in the fourth quarter last night. Extra pass, Cluck, in on Schiller. Now Bear, fought 3, thought better of it. Baseline into no man's land. Quaddle. Up fake, blocked from behind by Schiller. Swanson pirouettes, swatted off the window. Cluck the block. Schiller had it, taken away. Up ahead, left side. North Bend Central on tap. Quaddle off the feed from Bear.
Yeah, Bear gets the rebound and then push the ball up the floor. The North Bend Central is going to look to run and try to get that transition game going.
Toll. Bobs to Schiller. In traffic. Cluck the board. Taken away, foul. That will be on on West Point Beemer. Schiller's first.
Gotta love the Tigers unis.
Yeah.
Look at orange. You don't get a lot of orange.
You don't. And they lean into it. You know, for the years, they used to have black uniforms.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They've gone to this road orange. I'm with you, Lou. I'm a fan. They've got to feel at home here in Stanton.
Yeah, the orange. Yeah, absolutely.
Coda Bear. Ooh, off balance.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, folks. This young man's a ball player, just a sophomore. He's got a bright future ahead of him.
That's great body control to get that shot up.
Brockman reverses, short arms it, tracks it down. Swanson with a fresh 35. Goes to work on Cluck. Steps in, too strong. Lost it on the way up, rebound to Reed Karnitz. There's Hannes. Got in the gym kind of range. 5'9". Got the defender in the air, then fouled on the floor. Cash Hannes has a football player mentality.
Yeah.
He's going to be playing football at the next level at Northwestern in Iowa.
Yeah, Hannes is a guy, he'll score on you, and then he'll tell you about it later.
You will. There is very little doubt as to what Cash Hannes is feeling at any moment. Next foul, by the way, will put North Bend Central in the bonus. Bear trying to draw it here. What a step through that was. Wow. My goodness. Coda Bear.
We'll talk about getting better. He is really playing well. He's playing at such a high level.
Picks up Swanson defensively. Now Brockman. Toll. Schiller calling for it. Now they get it to him. Left the ball behind. Now Swanson works on Bear. They blitz the screen. Down low, Schiller to no one in particular. Had the right idea. Brockman, however, had vacated.
Yeah, nobody in that corner.
Timeout called. West Point Beemer will take one. We'll take one as well. 12-7, North Bend Central leading. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
Twelve to 7, North Bend Central with a lead over West Point Beemer here on News Channel Nebraska. Our first quarter brought to you by Yankton Medical Clinic Norfolk, building a legacy one patient at a time, one generation at a time. From family practice to expert specialists, they're here for you today and every day. Coda Bear putting on a show, doesn't get the shooter's roll though. Brockman the rebound.
That's a shot, though. For North Bend, you want that shot from Bear. He's the guy that can create.
His first miss. Doggett finds some room. Kicks out Swanson. Off and running off the rebound, drawing damage, is Quaddle. Slyly works his way into contact. Toll called for the foul, his first.
Quaddle's another athletic guy.
Yeah.
You know, this team can run. This team can pick him up and put him down, and that's, I think, you see the game plan right now for the Tigers is to try to run off those misses.
Quaddle kind of just starting to get back in the swing of things. He missed about a month and a half because of injury. Played the first game and then wasn't seen again until after the new year. But they've appreciated him being back. He's a good shooter, 40% from three, but low volume. I got to believe Coach Bear would like to get him more opportunities from deep.
I think he's a guy that you want to challenge to maybe at times be a little more selfish. Look for his shot.
Toll the rebound off the missed free throw. Foul out high. That's on Reed Karnitz, his first. West Point Beemer. They rotate, quick rotations. They're an up-and-down kind of team for Coach Scott Palachek. 9-man rotation. For the most part, short shifts, although you'll see Hunter Swanson and Miles Nielsen out there most of the night. Reach in as Bear tried to take it away from Doggett. That'll be Coda Bears first.
He got hit in the face there. Took his glasses off. That's I know how it is to play with glasses on. And when you get hit in the face, that makes it all that much worse.
Bear will take a quick break. What the West Point Beamer can do to get some offense going. Took them a little while to get it going against Pender last night. They had just 23 in the first half. Really came on in the third quarter.
Yeah, it's a team that's explosive offensively. Try to find that rhythm. Try to find whatever weakness North Bend might show you and try to exploit it.
Doggett. Off the crossover. The back down. Back up top to Penrose. Leans in. Tough shot. Rebound North Bend Central. Yanked down by Brabitz. Secondary break. They'll settle in. Hannes. Wants three. Long rebound to Doggett. Cash Hannes 0 for 2 from deep. Here's Penrose. All-time leader in three-pointers made at West Point Beamer High School. What a pass. Vandergren found Miles Nielsen sneaking behind the defense. Nielsen with 5.
A good look there by Vandergren. That's what you needed. Just if you're West Point Beamer, you just need something, get something easy and work from there. Try to get a little rhythm in your offense.
Loose ball regathered in the paint, or lack thereof. Swanson the rebound. It was Bravitz's first attempt. West Point Beamer starting to settle in. Can they make this a one-possession game? 12-second difference between shot and game clock. That one might have been blocked. Vandergren gets it back off the window and one. Can't get three from deep. They'll try to get three at the line. Vandergren sets it up. Nielsen knocks it down.
A couple of assists right off the bat here for Vandergren. That's, again, production off the bench. Not just going to be a person that's giving somebody a rest. You want to go out there and make things happen. Vandergren with 2 excellent passes that have led to West Point Beamer buckets.
That foul on Ryder Brabitz, his second. Now Nielsen, 73% from the land of the free this season, the 5'10 senior. Plinko chips it down. We got a 1-point game. Great quarter for Nielsen, 8 points thus far. Looks like NBC's playing for one. It's the sophomore. Setting it up. Picked up by Swanson. Swanson stays with him. No rescreen. Cadets hedge. Bear gets past, heads to the line. So quick.
Yeah, deceptively.
They flash that quickness on defense, but on offense, off the dribble. Even when you think you're in front of them, you're in good position. They can find ways, in particular Coda Bear, to get you out of position.
Well, and again, great players like Coda Bear that find their way to the free throw line. They just know how to draw contact.
That foul, by the way, the second on Hunter Swanson. Keep an eye on that. He has yet to score. Bear, 24.6 rebounds last night. Had a big fourth quarter. North Bend Central shooting to 9 of 21 from deep last night.
Yeah, they were really hitting on all cylinders.
It's a 35% three-point shooting team. It'll be Penrose. At the buzzer, short. And it's a one-possession game after one. Good one so far. North Bend Central, 14. West Point Beemer, 12. Great guards making big plays. The Husker Conference Championship on News Channel Nebraska.
Landmark Implement is your local authorized John Deere dealer. Landmark's trained and certified sales staff will help you find the right equipment for your needs. All backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network. Whether it's a tractor, planter, combine, lawn and garden tractor, or gator, every piece of equipment in our inventory is ready to work hard for your operation. Landmark's team works together to make sure everything that is sold meets their quality standards. Stop by your local Landmark Implement or learn more at landmarkimp.com to experience the Landmark difference.
North Bend Central's fans making the trip to Stanton for the second straight night. So far, they've been rewarded. North Bend Central on top, 14-12. As we get set to start the second quarter alongside Lou Siefker, I'm Eric McKay. North Bend Central getting good play from their guards. West Point Beamer still waiting for Hunter Swanson to get on the board, but it's been other players, Miles Nielsen in particular, who've played well.
That's what you want to have happen. I mean, you got a great player in Swanson who's going to get his points. Who steps up and who plays well around him.
Hannes found some room. He's 0 for 3 from deep early on. Rebound tap to Swanson. Penrose, he is not shy either. All-time leader in three-pointers made at West Point Beamer. Made the 7th most in Class C1 this season.
A really good shooter. Got to get up in his face.
Puts West Point Beamer on top. Off the up fake, down low. Off the window, tantalizingly on the rim. Bear, extra shot. Come on now, what a move.
Wow. Got a beneficiary of a tip ball, and Bear knows what to do with it.
Back the other way, how does that one not go down? Schiller, the offensive rebound. He'll head to the line. Cluck thought he had a clean one. Officials say got arm, at least enough to send the 6'5 senior to the land of the free.
Yeah, both teams with getting offensive rebounds and doing something with it. It's a good job to patrol the middle of that paint and get that rebound. Schiller at the line.
Not a huge score, 6 points. Makes his presence felt on defense. Had 7 rebounds last night in the victory over Howells Dodge. Correction, Pender, my apologies.
Schiller's the guy, though, you'd like to continue to be active with that size, and North Bend's got good size themselves.
Saw Coach Polacek there a moment ago. It's been a busy night for the Polacek family. His dad, Scott Polacek, head coach for the Howells Dodge girls. They had a double overtime game in the third place game of this tournament earlier today. Bear down low, leaves it for Cluck. Blocked from behind, but a foul called. Well, Cluck was in good position. He'll try to get 2 at the line.
And Schiller and Swanson surrounding him.
It's going to be on Schiller,
Schiller
on that follow-through.
Yeah, exactly right, Eric. That's exactly what they call that on, slapping at the ball. Sometimes even if you don't make contact, that motion will draw the officials' attention.
Free throw off the mark. And back to Coach Polacek. He played for the first ever Howells Dodge boys basketball team, was a freshman on that unbeaten state championship team in 2013, went on to become a star, averaged just shy of 16 his senior season. Now he's back in the East Husker, but coaching at West Point Beamer, his 3rd year.
I'm getting old, you know that? all these guys coaching now that I remember playing.
Penrose. North Bend trying to stay in his front pocket from beyond the arc. Quick hands. Pocket picked. Here's Coatl. Give and go. Cluck never went. Turned back over. Now off the screen. The dish. Brockman lost it. Foul. They get Drew Stirrup. That's his first. Now he'll sit in favor of Reed Karnitz. North Bend Central not as deep as West Point Beemer, but Coach Bear likes to utilize quick rotations as well. 13th year at North Bend Central, 210 wins.
They've got a solid program. You like to take that next step.
13-2 last year. But again, like West Point Beemer, a lot of experience. 4 of their top 5 scorers back this year. One of them, Cluck, who commits the foul.
Cluck got caught behind Schiller, and much like the foul on Schiller, that time it was Cluck slopping, trying to deny the basketball, but did not have good position. Therefore, the foul was called.
Tough shot by Penrose off the window. Hannes the rebound. Trying to create in traffic, stripped. Cluck cleans it up. In on Schiller. Strong, out of bounds, and it'll go back to North Bend Central.
Cluck wanted a foul on that one, Eric, and he probably had a pretty good argument. A lot of contact down there in that low post.
If they're going to let it get that physical, this one could get, there'll be a lot of bumps and bruises. Yeah. The way these teams can mix it up. Now it's Coatl. Reversing into a double team, got the defender in the air. Expert up fake, he'll head to the line.
Yeah, Coatl got Schiller in the paratrooper club, got him in the air.
That's the 3rd now on Ian Schiller. So West Point's big man might have to sit.
Yeah, that's big. That's big because he's big and you need him on the floor, but 3 fouls here. I don't think he's going to probably play the rest of this quarter.
They lose height, but might actually gain weight when Vandergren comes in.
Yeah.
He's their backup big at 6 foot. But he's got that build. Of course, the Vandergrens, all of them great athletes for West Point Beemer.
Yeah, Vandergren's a big fellow, but we've already seen him. He's an adept passer. He's had 2 assists already in this game.
Meanwhile, Coatl struggling. He's missed 3 straight at the free throw line. Still a 2-point lead for North Bend Central. Swanson still looking for his first bucket. Works off a Vandergren screen. Doggett. Now Toll. Shot clock melting away. Toll reverses over 2 defenders. Gets the roll.
Good job there just to get the ball inside. They were patient on that possession. North Bend Central, we've seen him in zone. They're in man-to-man. That's a
first bucket for Toll. Baird, the distributor. Shot short arm. Vandergren out with it. A lot of contact again. Roberts can't hit. We get a foul. Cash Hannes forgetting. If you're a fan of Northwestern football in Orange City, Iowa, you'll love that kind of effort on the football field. Unfortunately for North Bend Central, that is a foul when you're playing basketball. As you see here, I can't do that.
Yeah, work through that screen. That's one way to get through.
I mean, that's one way to do it.
Yeah,
you're right.
Absolutely.
Here in our second quarter, brought to you by Steve Carper and the crew at O Street Carpet. Toll feeling it.
Boy, 2 very good looks back-to-back by West Point Beemer. North Bend Central's got to do a better job. You got to keep the drive going that deep in the paint.
Hannes in and out. Well, they're playing with fire, leaving him that open, though. He's 0 for 4, but he's going to start hitting those eventually.
Yeah, exactly right.
Penrose, he can hit from anywhere. A little short there. Now Coda Bear slows it down, gets the call from the coach. Out high. Bear picked up by Doggett. Battle for the board, won by North Bend Central. Back in. Well, that's a good, strong bucket there. Through Vandergrind, Ryder Brabitz getting it done.
Yeah, Brabitz and Vandergrind had a nice collision there. I'm pretty sure there's some glass and fenders and stuff on the floor after that one.
Now we got the call into the wrecker. Up high, Swanson fouled. That's the 5th on North Bend Central, so West Point Beemer headed to the line. It's also the 2nd on Coda Bear.
Yeah, Bear, you got to be careful here. Don't want to pick up a 3rd foul before halftime. I'm guessing he's going to stay on the floor. And West Point Beemer you have the guy you want at the free throw line in Swanson.
Finally gets his first point. Yeah, the nice thing, if you're Coach Balacek at West Point Beemer, a guy like Swanson doesn't have to score to help you. Again, he's 7th in assists regardless of class. 5.7 a game in high school, that's getting it done.
Yeah, that's being very adept at handling your offense and finding teammates for open shots.
Hits them both.
That was my first chance to see West Point Beemer this year and to see Swanson play. Very impressed with him a night ago.
Has his first 2 points and back on top. West Point Beemer in a game that has seen multiple ties and lead changes. Bear stripped. 3-on-3 basketball the other way. Touch pass up ahead. Penrose can't get it. Great recovery by Brabitz. Vandergrind. They were calling for the big man to hoist. He did not.
However entertaining that would have been, probably a good decision not to shoot that ball.
Brockman. Vandergrind. Lost it. Got it back. Off the high glass. Got it! Big man bucket.
There you go, big dog. Playing well for the Cadets as Vandergrind. Love his energy off the bench.
Couple of assists. His first points. Here he defends.
Charge.
Offensive foul. Vandergrind took it. Braxton Cowaddle called for his second. We got a North Bend player down. Ryder Brabitz is shaken up. Which, given the physicality of this game, is not surprising. Coach Bear not happy.
Yeah, Vandergrind, pretty good position. Got his feet set. That's awfully close.
Right there on the putback. It's after the foul was called. I think Brabitz got poked in the eye. The hand came down.
Yeah, it was certainly accidental.
Yep. The good news for North Bend Central is it looks like he's okay. Obviously frustrated. And again, it occurred after the foul. Watch again here. So they've already called the foul. Brabitz going up with it. Oof. Yeah, that's a thumb right to the eye. It's the old Ric Flair special there. Although he did it on purpose. Dirtiest player in the game as he was.
Ric Flair? No way.
Good strong drive, boy. Toll playing well off the bench. Short arm that one, though. Cadets up 4. North Bend Central have gone a little cold. Only 2 field goals this quarter. Can they change that here? Off the down ball screen. Reed Carnett's first bucket.
Yeah, it was an excellent screen. I think that was Cowaddle there that with an excellent screen, and it gave him time, Carnett's time to score up and knock that one home.
Brockman. Mishandled and regathered. Plenty of shot clock to work with. Vandergrind looking to back in on Cluck. Kicks. That 3 missed everything. Cluck the rebound, and then he's fouled. Good position from the 6'5 senior.
Yeah, Cluck's a guy, I think, that sort of effort and intensity that he brings at 6'5" certainly can be infectious to this team, but I think that's why this team has been so successful over the last 11, 12 games is because of that sort of energy and intensity that they brought, especially on the defensive end.
Good movement away from the ball. 3 not there. Penrose the rebound. Swanson. Moves past the Great Wall of Vandergrind, now loses the ball down low. Tied up, possession arrow keeps it with the Cadets.
Yeah, when Vandergrind sets a screen, you've been screened.
Somehow finds a way to screen teams that aren't even playing in the game. Final minute, first half. Great find. Oh, mishandled it on his way up. That was a good look. Nielsen couldn't corral it.
Yeah, this one's that you got to make those shots. You have those opportunities.
He's 0 for 3 this quarter after 8 in the first. 22-second difference between shot and game clock. Bear. Karnitz.
Wow.
Feeling it. 6 points off the bench. He's 2 for 3 from deep.
Back to back. Same spot. Top of the key. Got open and knocked it home.
Bear with the assist. Now Swanson. Still looking for his first field goal. Turn it over. Shot clock will be off for North Bend Central.
Well, West Point Beemer hurting themselves right now. That was, good defense, but just a bad decision. And now, if you play it right, I think if you're North Bend Central, they will see if they, really not something they do a whole lot is slow it down, but
right.
they may want to play for one here.
Coda Bear, marked by Nielsen defensively. The sophomore, surveying, biding his time, giving it to the hot hand Karnitz. Roberts. In the lane, got past Vandergrind, lofted it home. Cowaddle.
He stole it. Oh, Bears stole that and almost got a shot at the buzzer. Wow, that was close.
As it is, North Bend Central. They go on a late run. They lead by 4. This one's been fun. Trading haymakers here at Stanton High. 27-23. North Bend Central with the lead. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Hey, it's me, one of those students on the waiting list for a teammate's mentor. I've heard teammates is so fun and awesome. You get to talk, laugh, play games, and hang out with a positive, caring adult once a week at school. Teammates help students believe in themselves, and 97% of mentees are proud to be a part of it. I love to be one of those mentees, but we need more mentors. So if you got an hour a week to be someone a student like me can count on, go to teammates.org today. Join the team. Be a mentor.
NCN Sports is brought to you by The Carpet Shop in Norfolk, providing quality residential and commercial floor covering and installation for almost 50 years. And by Heritage at Fountain Point in Norfolk, living better.
Here, in the heart of our communities, we observe the banker in their natural habitat. Watch as they greet customers with genuine smiles and guide them through life's milestones. Observe as they build relationships, supporting small businesses, neighbors, and communities alike, and on occasion, assisting even the most loyal of customers. Rooted in community, they thrive by focusing on what truly matters: trust, relationships, and helping others grow. Elkhorn Valley Bank. There really is a difference.
At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they provide comprehensive orthopedic health care. Their physicians are highly skilled in all areas of orthopedic and sports medicine, including spine surgery, foot and ankle, hand and upper extremities, fracture care, and total joint replacement. Their expertise includes the medical management of injuries through physical and rehabilitative methods or surgical intervention. To schedule an appointment or to learn more about Nebraska Orthopedic Center and their family of 25 physicians, go online to nebraskaortho.com. That's nebraskaortho.com. Nebraska Orthopedic Center is your healing destination.
From the heart of Nebraska to across the state, RMV Construction is building more than just structures. We're building trust. RMV Construction has grown from humble beginnings to become a trusted name across central Nebraska and beyond. With unmatched craftsmanship, cutting-edge innovation, and an unwavering commitment to customer satisfaction, we deliver projects on time, on budget, and above expectations. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Let's build your vision together.
(27-23) North Bend Central leading West Point Beemer at the half of the East Husker Conference Championship alongside Lou Siefker. I'm Eric McKay. Couple of teams trying to break into the rankings that have been very tough to break into this year. You got West Point Beemer in Class C1. The party they're trying to crash is filled with teams that have championship aspirations. You run down that top 10. Like the top two will probably flip a coin between Ashland Greenwood and Ogallala right now as we bring up the rankings. Auburn, they're being Auburn. They're moving up. They've got Freeman in the ECNC championship tonight. Cozad has been playing really well. Grand Island Central Catholic. Now, they lost to Gothenburg earlier this week, so there's going to be some shifting. Mount Michael Benedictine is hard to figure. They've only played 3 games against C1 teams, all the rest against B and A. They've got Scott on the road tonight. You've got Donovan Trumbull in the Lou Platte championship tonight. And how about Winnebago? Playing really well. They'll be taking on Wausau in the Lewis and Clark Conference Championship on Monday. But, Lou, all eyes on those top 2 right now.
Absolutely. They play next Saturday, by the way. That's going to be a big-time basketball game. Love Ashland Greenwood. Ogallala, are they ever not good? I mean, they're always good. And talk about good. I mean, Auburn, if you're Class C1, Auburn's like a bad rash. They're just always there. You can't get rid of them.
They do not go away.
They always find ways to get to state and do a lot of damage. So, that's a loaded crew there, loaded field, and so if you're trying to break in there, you know a win tonight might get you in there.
West Point Beemer trying to do that. Meanwhile, Class C2, everybody feels like has lost this week. And these are the girls' rankings. You got UTAN number 1. Bergen Catholic lost for the first time this week. They're number 2. Freeman is number 3. They're playing Auburn in the ECNC championship tonight. There we go. You got Alma, who's played really well this year, 19-1. And how about those Valentine Badgers, 16-3? They're on the road at Chadron tonight. Norfolk Catholic playing in the Mid-State Conference title game tonight. Johnson, Brock, and EMF are playing each other tonight in the Pioneer Conference Championship. And you got Cross County on the road. But I'll tell you what, Lou, North Bend Central wins tonight. I would not be shocked at all to see them crack this top 10 next week.
Yeah, North Bend Central, winners of 10 of their last 11. That one loss was to Bergen.
Yep.
And as you mentioned, Bergen lost this week. Like Freeman, UTAN's a great team. I think there's teams on that other side. I'll start with number 5, Valentine, on the left-hand side. On the right side, Norfolk Catholic's they're a team to watch for sure. Johnson Brock, that's an interesting, being a D1 powerhouse, winning the last couple of state championships in D1, stepping into C2 and doing very well at 17-3. But again, much like that last bracket, this one is full of teams I think that could cut down nets come mid-March.
Hey, folks, let us know where you're watching the game tonight online. You can follow us on all the social medias at NCN Sports. Send us a shout-out, and we'll send you a shout-out on the air. Let us know where you're watching the game this evening. Halftime highlights next. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of pain, not just the symptoms. Schaefer's, we're more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
On your way to the big game or heading home after the win, Speedy Mart is the ultimate team stop.
Stay alive at Speedy Mart.
Icy cold drinks? Check. Tasty snacks? Double check. Fast fuel and room for the whole crew? You know it.
Be aggressive and make sure to go to Speedy Mart after the game.
Receiving 3 top heart and vascular honors from Health Grades reflects the trust our community places in Faith Regional. Behind every recognition is a patient who turned to us in a critical moment, a family seeking reassurance, and a cardiovascular team dedicated to being there. Our specialists deliver trusted expertise, proven outcomes, and compassionate care because our patients are and always will be our why. Faith Regional Cardiovascular Institute. Triple honors, one dedicated team.
Hey, folks, let's take a look at halftime highlights. Those are brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones can be found at their Lincoln and Grand Island locations. West Point Beemer, they're in this game, Lou, and as you watch the highlights, the one guy you're not going to see much of is Hunter Swanson. Just 2 points, no field goals. North Bend Central has balanced things out. They've got great production off the bench, which we thought might be an advantage for West Point Beemer tonight.
Yeah.
But it's been North Bend Central, 7 points for Coda Bear, but how about 6 points for Reed Carnitz off the bench? 6 points for Braxton Kawada, who's played well tonight. Coda Bear making plays like that, but it's been North Bend Central who's been able to find the offensive balance that maybe we thought West Point Beemer would have tonight.
Yeah, they've spread it around very well, and I think West Point Beamer could use some more passes like that from Vandergren to get those easy looks, get a three-pointer there. But I think if you're West Point Beamer, you feel pretty good about being down 4 with your best scorer only having 4 points?
Just 2 points.
2 points. Okay, that's even better. But you're down 4, so. But yeah, for West Point Beamer to have any chance to win this game, you're going to have to find ways to get him involved. And Carnitz, you just mentioned that coming off the bench, he had 2 3-pointers right from that same spot at the top of the key. Those were big, and one of the reasons that North Bend was able to take that 4-point lead into the locker room.
Hey, folks, our halftime brought to you by RMV Construction. If you got a construction project that needs built, RMV Construction, that's who you got to call. They built that beautiful Yanni Park Pavilion out there in Kearney, $3.7 million project. Just wrapped it up. RMV Construction built this 3,600 square foot event space, catering kitchen, wraparound patio. It's got a fire pit area. It's got everything you want. The details that show the care and quality that RMV puts into their work. So whether it's a community space, a commercial project, something, think whatever you want. Totally unique. They can do it. Trust the team that brought the Yanni Pavilion to life, RMV Construction, with offices in Kearney and Lincoln. Trusted, local, proven.
I really like how they got the chandelier in your living room. That's impressive.
Yeah. Yep. Trust RMV Construction for any frivolities you need added to your home. The stadium lighting in my backyard looks great.
It's amazing.
The AstroTurf.
How do you get all those emus in that?
Yeah, if you need an emu enclosure, I'll bet RMV Construction could hook you up.
That'd be a nice one, too.
All right, North Bend Central. One thing that's got to change for them if they're going to keep this lead free throw shooting, just 4 of 10 from the land of the free in the first half. Coda Bear draws damage. He'll try to fix that percentage right now.
Yeah, Coda Bear is so adept at driving into the lane. He is difficult to stop, but you're going to have to get help, I think, a little bit. And you can't allow him to get that deep into the lane. You see what he's able to do. He's tough to stay in front of, so you're going to have to probably get some help and cheat over on him.
Gets the first one to drop. 8 points for Coda Bear. That leads the way for NBC. Wanted to mention, we talked about those rankings. Class C2. Johnson Brock beat EMF tonight in their conference championship. So another big win for Coach Dollinghouse and that squad as they try to do what Pender's doing. They're trying to win their 4th straight, moving up a class.
Yeah, don't count them out by any stretch.
Norfolk Catholic, a big winner tonight. They beat Cedar Catholic by 17 in the Mid-State Conference title game this evening up at Norfolk.
That's a dangerous team, Norfolk Catholic.
Nice pass. Schiller off the window. What a find by Swanson. That's how you get 5.7 assists per game.
And you're like a guy like Schiller. When you rotate through there, you have your hands up ready to catch that basketball because you know Swanson's going to find you.
Hannes. Only a matter of time. That's his first make. He had no points prior to that shot.
Yeah, he's going to be really big. Great shooter from downtown.
North Bend Central now their largest lead for either team now at 7. Swanson. Over 2 defenders, can't float it home. Rebound tracked down by North Bend Central. It was Brabitz that cleared it. Swanson 0 for 4 from the field tonight. Bear finding room. Through contact, in and out. Swanson the board.
Yeah, a lot of contact there. No call, but...
What a touch pass up ahead. Oh, how does that not go down? Iron unkind to Blaze Brockman.
That was a beautiful fast break, and they come up empty.
What a pass there by Miles Nielsen. Hannes off the heel. Brockman muscles it down. Brockman wants 3. In and out. Schiller, the putback. Ian Schiller limited in the second quarter because of foul trouble. He's got 4.
Yeah, Schiller had to watch a lot of that first half, but gets a little bit of a break, and he's playing well here in this third quarter.
Twaddle. Working in on Brockman. Can't get a step. Now Hannes wants 3. Off the shot clock, out of bounds. Cash Hannes frustrated. The shot has not been there for him tonight. Just 1 of 7 from deep.
But he's one of those guys, supremely confident. And I got to believe he's the guy you keep going to.
Oh,
you got a shooter, you let him shoot.
He's a green light regardless kind of player. 34% from 3 on high volume. Brockman thought 3, thought better of it. In on Bear with the left hand. Pretty shot there. Blaze Brockman, his first field goal.
Yeah, Brockman gets into that lane, left shoulder, and then shoots off a bit of a hook shot. That's a nice play.
Cluck kicks. Hannes got a step back to Cluck. Oh, he got the roll. Just enough to get it over the top. And North Bend Central calls a quick timeout. We'll take one as well. 5-point lead for the Tigers. You're watching the East Husker Conference Championship on News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Bank of the Valley. Together we go further. Visit one of their locations or check them out online at bankofthevalley.com. And by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or good-to-go convenience stores today.
Third quarter here in Stanton, brought to you by Husker Rehab, where they're treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. I want to thank Dave Stoddard. Been more than accommodating for us here. Always a good time to do the East Husker Conference.
I always love coming to Stanton. Usually we're here to watch a really great 8-man football team.
Usually when we're talking to Dave Stoddard, it's after they've beaten a team by like 65. North Bend Central up 5, staying in at arm's length from West Point Beemer. Penrose, you can't leave him open.
Yeah,
it does not matter how far away he is.
You've got to close out. Yeah, at least get a hand in his face. I think that you've got to be frustrated defensively because really no hands up. That's too easy.
Travel at the other end. Swanson, good defense on Hannes. There's Penrose. West Point Beemer has never seen anyone hit as many three-pointers over their career than the 6'4 senior. Swanson surveying. Brockman, they left him open. He'll take it. Got it.
Real breakdowns from North Bend Central defensively. You can't allow that penetration to go unencumbered like that. That's way too easy.
Tie game.
Missed a closeout last time and then allow that deep of a dribble penetration.
Twaddle in deep. Cluck cleans it up. Hannes. Off the Cluck screen. Nice feed. Swanson can't believe he was called for the foul. Cluck shooting 2. That was a great pass by Hannes.
Yeah, great pass, and Cluck did a nice job there rolling off that screen and getting that pass back. Watch the screen, the pick and roll, fundamental basketball.
Our replay is brought to you in part by Madison County Bank, here to help you grow. Also by Beatrice Community Hospital. Incredible care, incredibly close. Ethan Cluck hits the first free throw. Okay. Only 1 point for him in the first half. He's got 3 this quarter.
Again, though, I think he was a difference maker last night. I think a young man that's improved his game a lot.
Yeah.
And if he continues to be active like that with his size and his athletic ability, he will definitely be a difference maker in this game and the rest of the season.
Howells Dodge last night could not get anything inside, and he was a big reason for that.
He battled Martin of Howells Dodge. That was a great matchup.
West Point Beemer. Doggett. It's the clear out. Swatted off the window, but a foul called. Doggett shooting. That will be on Cluck. His third. Again, it's the follow-through where you get the body as the arm's coming down. That's what they're calling.
Well, Doggett's been looking to score. He's done a good job to drive that ball into the lane.
Hit a 3 early on. Makes that free throw. West Point Beemer's been much better at the line than North Bend Central. Now 6 of 8. Doggett with 5. Back to a tie game. Bear left him open. Got it and one.
4-point play.
Count a Bear. Flared off that screen and West Point lost him.
Yeah, absolutely. Boy, that's a big play. Still 3:42 to go in the third quarter, but that's a big one because now Bears got a chance for a 4-point play, basically like a 2 possessions in one.
Dakota Bear 12 points. He has been the picture of efficiency. 4 of 6 from the field, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Just a sophomore. I want to stress that.
Yeah.
There's 2 more years of this young man. 4-point play completed. 6 points this quarter, 13 for the ball game.
I suppose Class C2 did not like what you just said about him getting 2 more years to play.
In the lane, battle for the board, tied up. It'll stay West Point Beemer. Mixing it up, that's Doggett and Cowaddle. Now Doggett. Marked defensively by Karnitz. Dribble handoff Swanson. Still looking for his first field goal. Got it there.
Got it.
Ball thought about it. It ended up dropping for him.
Yeah. Good news for the Cadets. If you hit Swanson rolling with scoring points, he can do so many things, but you need those points.
North Bend Central couldn't get it in on Vandergrind. Now ball reversal. Quaddle thought 3, instead picked up by Swanson. Off the glass, might have got away with a walk. Swanson the rebound. Swanson on the crossover. Doggett. Looking for his shot again, fading away too strong. Roberts the board. North Bend Central in the driver's seat. What's been a back and forth East Husker Conference championship. Tigers trying to win their first conference title. It will be their second in 3 years. That 3 short. Bear snags the board.
That's a heck of a rebound there by Bear. He's boxed out.
What a move to get past 2 defenders. Drew Stirrup with 7. Swanson. Toll curls off the Vandergrind screen. Back down low, fronted and taken away. There's that North Bend defense. So disruptive in the semifinals. Slowing things down for West Point Beemer here in the third. Roberts doesn't have it down low. The kick out, the 3. Rebound to West Point Beemer. That's Nielsen.
I think if you're North Bend Central, you like the way this game's being called. They're allowing a lot of physical play, and that's what they did so well last night.
Now a travel curling off the screen.
Back-to-back turnovers by the Cadets. Tigers have a chance now to extend this to 6 or 7.
North Bend Central trying to win what would be their 11th in 12 games. That's the streak West Point Beemer is on. Both of these teams about as hot as anyone in their respective classes. Bear from straight away. Young man's feeling it. 9 this quarter.
A good job of screening and allowing Bear to catch that basketball and square up and shoot, and he is deadly from out there.
Swanson, how on earth did that get to the bucket? Didn't go down, but he'll head to the line. What a move in traffic.
I think you're seeing what both teams are, pretty excited about with Bear being able to score, and then you're getting Swanson looking to take his shots here. And I think if you're West Point Beemer, you really want Swanson to pick it up offensively.
It's always the give and take when you've got a guy like Swanson who is so adept at scoring but is as good as anyone in the state of Nebraska, regardless of class, at getting other guys involved.
Yeah.
You want him to be the right kind of selfish. But again, guys like him see the game differently, and a lot of times maybe aren't looking for their shot.
A game like this, I mean, you're right, you want to be selective, but certainly he's an adept scorer. You want him to be looking for that shot.
Hannes shakes the defense to the window, in and out. Boy, he has had a rough night. Unlucky. And a foul off the rebound. That foul called on Jack Armstrong, his first. Cash Hannes going, what do I have to do to get one to fall? Shot and game clock essentially even. Dog it wide open. Rebound to Hannes.
The shots you got to make when you're that wide open. That was great ball movement, but not knocking down the shot.
Now Bear holds. 9 points this quarter, 16 for the ball game. After he had 24 a night ago. Hannes, is this the one? Yep. Only a matter of time. And a steal. Another one. That one doesn't go. But North Bend Central has opened up their largest lead as we wrap up the third quarter, and it's Cash Hannes saying finally getting one to drop. 9-point lead for the Tigers. This is News Channel Nebraska.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back in the future.
We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes. The wedding bands will be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
At TC Amish Home, we want to help you live better, longer, with a complete selection of health-focused power chairs from Ultra Comfort. Ultra Comfort features zero-gravity positioning, giving you that weightless feeling and increasing your circulation. Elevate your feet, release tension, reduce swelling, and maximize blood flow. They are fully programmable to your customized settings. With the softest, easy-to-clean fabrics, the entire family is able to enjoy the benefits of your new Ultra Comfort power chair. Live better, longer with Ultra Comfort at TC Amish Home in Norfolk.
North Bend Central had 27 points in the first half, 21 in the third quarter. They've opened up a 9-point lead on West Point Beemer in the East Husker Conference Championship alongside Lou Siefker. I'm Eric McKay. North Bend will inbound in front of Coach Bear and the North Bend Central bench.
I think you got to be excited that Hanish knocks one down. He's a guy, he's a tricky shooter. Here's a quick turnover.
Swanson the steal up ahead. That's a much-needed bucket for West Point Beemer. Miles Nielsen's first points of the half. He's now in double figures.
They create points off your defense, score in transition, especially when you're not shooting well in the half court.
Bear drew the contact. He'll head back to the line. This is fourth quarter. This is Coda Bear at the free throw line time.
This is absolutely Bear time, right? You know, talk about Hanish knocking down that three, and he's a guy that'll let you know when he scores sometimes.
Absolutely.
And, yeah, I talked a lot when I played. I was usually congratulating the guy that scored on me, but
wow, that was a really nice move. Bear misses the first free throw. That's his first miss from the line since the first quarter.
Yeah, it's rare, especially this time of the game. This is when he really excels.
Was 7 of 8 from the line in the fourth quarter last night. 17 points, North Penn Central has 49. Good for an 8-point lead. Open window. Brockman. Shot blocked. Good recovery by Brabitz. Loose ball handled by Coatl. Oh, what a move. Fake to pass up top. Left the opening.
Yeah, that fake, Brockman went for it, and that left nobody behind him. That's a heck of a move and a big bucket here. 10-point lead.
Biggest lead for North Penn Central. Brockman trying to answer. Blocked by Bear, but a foul call. That's an off-arm foul. North Penn Central fans don't like it, but that's the right arm. Got a lot of contact.
Yeah, we'll see it. Now here's the fake. Both of them really kind of sold on that fake. Both defenders.
Now Blaze Brockman gets the shooter's roll. Here's another look at that block.
He timed that pretty well, but
Yeah.
I think there's a little bit of body there too, along with that arm.
Splits the pair. Rebound to Stirrup. Brockman with 6 points. 9-point lead for North Penn Central. Get to be danger zone time for West Point Beemer.
Yeah, cadets have to stay close. You got to keep this in the single digits.
Bear backdoor, nice find. Rolls home. Off the feed from Bear, Ryder Brabitz.
Great players like Bear can do so many things. That was an excellent pass.
Now an 11-point lead. Numbers for the cadets. Now North Penn gets back. Schiller. Boy, he was working on a 5'9" guy, didn't back him down and turns it over.
Yeah, brought that ball was never up. We want that ball up. And the smaller player took it from him.
Honish. Rolling. Off the window, short arm Schiller. Gathers it. West Point Beemer needs buckets. Need this young man to get it going. Swanson in on Honish. Tough shot there. That was well defended.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You want to make everything Swanson's taken. You want him to work for those points. That was really good defense.
Been held to 5 tonight. Double team down low. Extra pass. No. In and out. Then a foul on the rebound. Penrose hacked. That foul on Brabitz, who missed the shot. West Point Beemer fans wanted an offensive foul. Doggett checks back in. Swanson will sit. So it'll be Doggett running point, the 5'10" junior.
That's have to be good here in the offensive end. Down 11. Got to start cutting down on that lead right now.
Doggett finds room on the baseline. Leaves it for Toll. Good defense again. North Penn Central not letting anything past him. Doggett over Bear. No. Battle for the rebound. Tied up. Possession arrow keeps it with West Point Beemer.
That's a missed shot there. Yeah, that's probably a good call. I thought he had inside position, but really didn't. When we see that replay, they're both just going after the basketball.
Offensive foul there. Shoulder drops down. That will be Peyton Penrose, his second.
Yeah, easy call for the official. Watching the replay, watch that left shoulder.
Yeah.
Right into the chest of that defender.
Braxton Coatl takes the charge.
Coatl that time, yeah. Great position and good job to, I won't say act at all, but I mean a little bit there maybe. But that was solid contact with that left shoulder.
Now, Penrose is a big guy. Doesn't take much to knock you over
that's
with that shoulder.
Point. That's a good point. Big dude.
Time on North Bend Central side. 11-point lead in the fourth quarter melting away. It's Coatl, who just drew that charge. Shot clock inside of 10. Bear cuts, gets the defender in the air. That's what he does.
Yep.
That's Schiller's fourth.
And that was a really nice pass by Coatl. Watch the bounce pass. And just kind of led Bear to the bucket, and Bear does the rest. He knows how to get guys in the air.
hits the front end. 18 points. And he had 24 last night.
Yeah.
That's not a bad 48 hours of work.
Yeah, he's a quality player.
Short arms the second. Penrose the board. Toll. Penrose wants three. Off the top of the backboard. Well, Penrose is missing open threes.
Yeah.
West Point Beemer is finding luck not on their side. He's 2 for 4 from deep tonight, has 6 points.
Yeah, again, this defense for North Bend Central has been good, and West Point Beemer has kind of let some opportunities go by the wayside. Some open shots have not fallen.
Coatl got a step, got to the rack. 720s its way down.
Not only did he score, but he takes about 2 minutes off the clock on that shot.
Coatl in double figures. Nice pass. Schiller got the bounce.
Boy, Cadets needed that one, Schiller. Still a 12-point game. It's not over yet, but they're in peril right now.
Coatl lost his footing. Was able to regather it in time for Coach Bear to call the timeout. We'll take one as well. Can the Tigers finish it off? They're up 12 in the East Husker Conference Championship. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
With 2 board-certified physicians, Dr. Charles Harper and Dr. Alan Spanel offers a high level of expertise in internal medicine. If you're over age 18 and ready to find a trusted physician who will be with you throughout your years, Dr. Harper and Dr. Spanel are ready to provide you with the medical care you need. Whether you are healthy or have several medical conditions, as internal medicine physicians, they provide the care you need. Yankton Medical Clinic, Norfolk location offers so much care so close to home.
Fourth quarter here on News Channel Nebraska, brought to you by John Henry's, their family serving yours. North Bend Central's offense has come alive here in the second half. 21 points in the third quarter. Another 8 here in the fourth. They're up 12 on West Point Beemer with 3:47 to go. As you see, the North Bend Central girls, who were semifinalists once again, as they are literally every year.
Yeah, they're always knocking on the door. They won several in the that was one of the things with NBC when they had that. They had a tough time winning in this tournament.
They really did. They have won, on the girls' side, more conference championships on either girls or boys than any other school. Tough shot from Bear Cluck back in the game. Got the rebound. Off the window, heads to the line.
Again, that's for West Point Beemer. You just can't allow that. Down 12, you can't allow those offensive rebounds. But keeping Cluck off the board sometimes easier said than done.
Yeah, this is where we talked about at the outset, the size and athleticism that North Bend Central brings, in addition to their depth. You can see why they're starting to cook a little bit. I think if you're Coach Bear, North Bend Central fans, some excitement brewing about how good this team might end up being about a month or so from now.
Absolutely. This is a team that no one's going to want to play for sure.
Largest lead for the Tigers, now 14. Cluck with 7.
Can't have any more empty possessions if you're West Point Beemer. Got to score.
Penrose, he's the guy that can trim deficits fairly quickly. Good strong take. Ball loose, tied up, possession arrow, North Bend Central. But again, it's just this defense, the footwork defensively is so impressive for North Bend Central. We saw it last night in their semifinal win over Howells Dodge. We're seeing it tonight. It's just so hard to get past these guys off the dribble.
Yeah, you're right. They're very fundamentally sound. They're athletic. They've got some pretty good size. And it's kind of the age-old saying, but if your defense goes everywhere,
yep.
That defensive effort, that will keep North Bend Central in just about any game they play in.
West Point Beemer showing full court pressure. A lot of good ball handlers for North Bend Central, but the turnover. Swanson is able to get the steal. Now it's Doggett front end. Swanson spins, kicks. Toll got the step, draws the foul. Mason Toll, the sophomore.
Yeah, Cluck, that was a pretty good block. Officials say it was on the arm. Might have got a little bit of his arm there.
A little bit after the contact with the ball. That's Cluck's fourth. Boy, just nothing going right for West Point Beemer right now. Just 2 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. Honestly, they had a pretty good third quarter.
Yeah.
Offensively, shot the ball well. They just couldn't stop North Bend on the other end.
Yeah, it was, 21-13 in that quarter.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you could score 13 points in a quarter. You're doing all right.
Toll splits the pair. 5 points for him off the bench. Honish out of the trap. Bounced ahead. They beat the 10. And now settle in. Inside of 3 minutes to go. Nice move. Blew past the defender. The up fake got him.
Yeah.
Drew Stirrup with 9.
Good move by Stirrup. That's a big bucket. 15-point lead now.
Swanson finally gets one to go. 7 points for the senior.
Okay, that's got to get some turnovers.
Corner triple. Got it. Oh, that felt like a dagger. Reed Carnitz, 9 points off the bench. Quickly the other way. The shot falls. And the foul called. Mason Toll says not so fast.
Yeah, needed that one desperately. 2 minutes and 5 seconds to go. You're down 16 before that shot. So the heartbeat is weak right now, but it's still beating.
Stay tuned for our post-game show, folks. Coming up, that's brought to you by Custom Sports, as you see the and one again. Get our Custom Sports post-game show on the way. Seen a lot of really good plays tonight. During our post-game show, we'll also take a look at our top plays, brought to you by Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust. There is a difference. North Bend Central not going to be in any hurry the rest of this one. Just want to take care of the ball. That's the guy you got to get it to.
A smart move by Honish not to take that shot.
That's how you know they're in take the air out of the ball mode.
Yeah.
When he doesn't shoot it.
When he's open like that and doesn't take the three. You're right.
Fair. No. Put back there. That's Clark. Right position on the weak side.
Puck with 7 rebounds, couple offensive ones.
Doggett got past the defense. Too strong. Been that kind of second half for the Cadets. And now West Point Beemer going to start fouling. That is the 5th. I think that sends North Bend Central to the line. Guess who's shooting them?
How many guesses do I get?
Well, there's your answer on the screen. It's
okay.
Dakota Bear. Which seems like a good time to let you know that after the game, we'll be talking to our player of the game. Brought to you by Nebraska Orthopedic Center, your healing destination. Also brought to you by Heritage at Fountain Point.
Well, this looks like it's going to be a big win here for North Bend Central. They'll have won 11 out of 12. And again, a team that, you see them on your schedule, see them in your sub-district, you're not going to want to play these guys.
We talked about how hard it is to crack that top 10 in Class C1. I think there's room for teams to make moves, move their way into the top 10, become contenders late. And I think North Bend Central, with the experience, Jonathan Bears won over 200 games here at North Bend Central. He's seen a lot of winning basketball. He's coached a lot of winning basketball. He's a guy that knows how to win in late February and March. He took them to the state title game in 2019 in Class C1.
Yeah, he's a fantastic coach. No question about it. And as I said, just done a great job with this program. Can you get this team back to the state tournament for the first time in, 7 years? 2019 was the last time.
Well, West Point Beemer looks like they might be settling for runner-up back-to-back years. What a run by this senior class, though. And look, all you got to win your district final, you're in.
Yep,
that's
exactly
all you got to do. Ask Bergen Catholic about that.
Yeah, exactly. Talk about a team playing well at the right time. North Bend Central, they're a great example of it's not how you start, it's how you finish, and they're finishing really well right now. Good sportsmanship there. After getting knocked down, you go pick the guy back up. That's what you want to see.
Now they're talking this over.
Gonna have a flagrant foul, maybe?
Yeah, it was a shove in midair. It is the kind of foul that, that's what it's going to be.
Yep.
I think it's the right call. There was really no play on the ball, and he was in midair, and that's when it becomes a safety issue.
And I agree with that. I think it's the right call. I will say
no
this.
malice intended.
Right. He was not trying to hurt anybody. He's trying to get the quick foul, and just did it at the wrong time. But what you like to see there is, I'm sure there was probably, hey, sorry about that. Pick him back up.
Well, there's some frustration behind that, too. To be sure.
Certainly.
This second half has not gone the way West Point Beemer wanted it to. Drew Stirrup, he's in double figures now. I think the thing that when you talk about, can this team break through in C2, it's the balance and the depth.
Yep.
In C2, you get to those lower three classes, that goes a long way.
I think this team could absolutely get down to Lincoln. Like I said, I think they play great defense. You just mentioned they're deep. They got a star player in sophomore Bear and a really good supporting cast. I don't see any reason why this team couldn't knock that door down.
Now we got a stoppage here, something to get corrected in the score sheet. You see Coach Palachek. He's the guy, as his freshman year at Howells Dodge, first year that the program exists, they don't lose a game. Win the state title. Then as a sophomore, he's a starter. They only lose 2 games. They make it to state again. Then his junior and senior years, they were under 500. It was kind of a lean time. He graduated, went to Briar Cliff, played some hoops there. Kevin Janata took over. He's got Howells Dodge back on the upswing. But Coach Palachek taking a lot of what he learned from the coaches that he played for. Certainly his father, a great coach in his own right. I think even when these seniors go, I think he's a young man to watch in the coaching ranks.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And, we talked a lot about North Bend Central, and it's a tough night for West Point Beemer. Not going to win this one, but certainly another very capable team with that senior leadership. Did not have the game they wanted to tonight, but we saw that in the semifinals. That this is a quality team.
Let's not forget, they've won 11 of 12 coming into tonight.
Yeah, exactly right.
By the way, Coda Bear has attempted 8 free throws in the fourth quarter. Second straight night. He's a magnet to that charity stripe. They call it the nail. Back in the old days, they would literally put a nail in the free throw line so that you knew where to stand. It's almost like he's got a foot that's magnetized to that nail in the court.
Yeah, just finding it. Yep, wanted a timeout, didn't get it.
We play on. North Bend Central 50 seconds away from a conference title. Stirrup, the rebound. Well, he's played well tonight.
Yeah, I think this entire team has really... You've got so many guys that have come out there and made a difference tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a guy like Hanish, who's a great shooter, who had an off night, but everybody else around him stepped up.
It was Reed Karnitz who came off the bench and shot like Hanish. He had 9 points off the bench. Ethan Cluck, limited by foul trouble a little bit, had really good minutes, though, here in the second half.
Quality minutes, yeah.
Drew Stirrup has made a lot of nice plays. Coatl offensively and defensively. He's in double figures. Stirrup in double figures. And now they'll empty the bench. You'll get some new players in there. As North Bend Central will get their way to 17-5 and a conference title. New players in for West Point Beemer. Let's see. We got Hayden Cole is out there. We've got, oh boy, they're not on my score sheet. Second free throw, good. Running point for West Point Beemer is, I don't know, number 34. I'm sorry, young man, you're not on the score sheet. Let's call him Sam. That's Josh Snodgrass. I do know that, to be fact. Left side, Sam Olson. Snodgrass can't hit the three. Honish gets the rebound. Foul called away from the ball by Hayden Cole. West Point Beemer will slip to 15-6. They'll hit the road on Tuesday against a sneaky good Madison team. Dragons are 11-8. They've been solid this year.
Yeah, they've been pretty good the last few years. It's just in a tough area to try to win a lot of basketball games. But
subs coming in for North Penn Central as well. They'll be at home on Tuesday against Takema Herman. And they've got a game against Bergen before the season ends that I think is a nice measuring stick for where this team is at in terms of a contender in C2.
Absolutely. You know, North Penn Central come into this game with 9th in power points.
Yep.
And this, it helps winning these games. Get some more power points and improve, your opportunities to possibly, if you were to lose in the sub-district, to have a district final opportunity.
20-point lead for North Penn Central. They have just opened this up in the second half. Really, really impressive. Snodgrass from deep. Long rebound, tracked down by Armstrong. Quinn Armstrong couldn't keep it alive, and that'll do it. North Penn Central, for the second time in 3 years, are the champions of the East Husker Conference. Your final, 72-52. North Penn Central victorious. They'll cut down some nets. We got a post-game show coming up. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people. Now we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast for the night.
Our communities are built through stories of connection, hard work, and bright futures. You're committed to this place, and so are we. By supporting your dreams and by celebrating your stories, Bank of the Valley has grown alongside you through 40 years of going further together. We're building lasting relationships and a legacy of success. We're in this together, and together we go further.
When you're proud of the community you live in, taking care of the people in it isn't a job, it's an honor. At John Henry's, we take pride in being relied upon by the great people of Lincoln and the surrounding areas. A hard day's work means a happy customer, and making happy customers has been our goal all along. A team of expert plumbers, drain specialists, and HVAC professionals, dedicated to finding solutions for our customers. Because for us, a successful day ends with a handshake and a smile. John Henry's, our family serving yours.
It's not just about the shoe. It's about your fit.
What sets Fleet Feet aside from everything else that we've experienced is my girls being runners. They have very different needs. And so that technology with the scanning and the personal touches is just unmatched. I met Lori almost 16 years ago, and when I saw Lori open this, I knew there was no other place that I wanted to go to have someone help me with my footwear and everything else involved with running. Fleet Feet doesn't just fit your shoes, they fit your life.
Fleet Feet Lincoln. Find your fit today.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
NCN Sports is brought to you by The Carpet Shop in Norfolk, providing quality residential and commercial floor covering and installation for almost 50 years. And by Heritage at Fountain Point in Norfolk, living better.
Darling, I believe everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry, cause you got somebody on your side.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
This is Christina Wemhoff from Madison County Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. We know not everyone's home loan needs are the same, and that is why our lenders have both the practical experience and product knowledge to ensure your solution is a perfect match for your needs. So we invite you to come into your local Madison County Bank branch and talk to us about your dream home today. Madison County Bank, here to help you grow.
For over 40 years, Claybaugh Pharmacy has been your trusted, family-owned, full-service pharmacy. We provide traditional medical options, medical equipment, immunizations, and over-the-counter products. We take pride in going above and beyond to improve the health of our community. And to ensure you have a seamless experience, manage your profile and refills with a touch of the finger from home. Claybaugh Pharmacy in downtown Beatrice, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of pain, not just the symptoms. Schaefer's, we're more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
Whether we're talking commercial or residential plumbing, Lamel Plumbing is the place you call. Lamel provides 24-hour emergency service as well. Call them if you get in a tight spot. And as for their retail items, well, you got to check out some of their faucets, some of their kitchen items, and some of their bathroom items like their Onyx showers. And hey, say you got a digging job, you call Lamel Plumbing for that too. They've added a full-time crew for you, doing backhoe, trenching, and sewer work. Take that digging job off your list and have Lamel do it for you. That's Lamel Plumbing in Beatrice, now at their new location on North 7th Street in Beatrice.
Receiving 3 top heart and vascular honors from Health Grades reflects the trust our community places in Faith Regional. Behind every recognition is a patient who turned to us in a critical moment, a family seeking reassurance, and a cardiovascular team dedicated to being there. Our specialists deliver trusted expertise, proven outcomes, and compassionate care because our patients are and always will be our why. Faith Regional Cardiovascular Institute. Triple honors, one dedicated team.
Well, the East Husker Conference Tournament has come to an end, and the last man standing is none other than the North Bend Central Tigers. Impressive win tonight over West Point Beemer, 72-52, joined now by Jonathan Bear, head coach, and then we'll talk to Coda Bear, our player of the game, here momentarily. Coach, just mentioning to you off the air, we did your game against, I believe it was Lakeview, I believe, earlier. Guys got the win, but I think you're a different team now. What has been the difference? How have you improved so much?
Well, I got to give credit to our guys. I mean, they have really stayed with it during the course of the year when we were really injured. We were really beat up. We were missing some really central pieces in Braxton Waddle. We were missing some young guys to add that depth. And then I think it just took us a little bit to find out who we were. And I'm really proud of these guys for just sticking with it when it wasn't easy. And we're starting to really play some good ball at the right time.
You certainly are. I believe 11 of 12 now on the season. Now, one of the things that I've noticed watching the semifinals and then tonight, I think your defense is really taking a step up. You're playing great team defense, and you're playing physical and with a real purpose. What has improved defensively for you guys?
I think, again, having Braxton Waddle back, having Coda stepping up, having Cash stepping up, we really have a three-headed monster that can guard the ball and pressure the ball and create some havoc that way. Our big guys and Ethan Cluck and Ryder Brubbitz are doing a fantastic job on the bigs and making their life difficult, rebounding the ball for us and doing some big things there. And we've really committed to trying to keep the ball off the rim. You know, challenge three-pointers and keep the ball off the rim. And if we feel we can keep the ball off the rim and keep away from layups, we're going to be in great shape. And we're playing great team defense. We got no egos, and we're just working really hard, so I'm really proud of him.
You mentioned Robertson, Cluck especially, I think, in the last couple of games. His athleticism and his effort, I thought, was really good. What's kind of spurred him on to take that next step?
He's a great kid. You know, he works extremely hard. He just loves his teammates. He doesn't have an ego out there. He just comes in and he does his job, and he's been absolutely outstanding for us. He had an ankle injury which kept him out for a little bit, and since he's come back from that, his confidence is growing, his belief is growing, the guys believe in him, and I'm extremely proud of his effort, and him and Ryder have been absolutely a force for us inside defensively, so it's been big.
Absolutely. You've had, I think a lot of guys tonight played well. I mean, I could name a whole bunch of guys. You feel like your depth is really improving here as you head late into the season?
Absolutely. Our depth has helped a great deal. And then guys like Drew Stirrup, who's stepping up and kind of finding his niche. And, again, these other guys, these guards, Cash and Braxton and Coda. And then, Quinn Armstrong, a young guy coming off the bench for us and giving us some minutes. Braxton Wisniewski, who's a senior, doesn't get a ton of minutes. Man, he helps us so much during practice, and he's a great teammate. And it's all those little things that really make our team click and work. And our chemistry's great. Our kids really buy into being a teammate, and we'll just keep doing it.
Well, I think you guys would be pretty good if you can just get Coda to get to the free throw line once in a while. What do you think?
He's worked really hard on that part of his game to be strong enough to get to the rim and create contact and finish through contact, but also get to the foul line. And I think it's shown. I think he's one of the leaders in the state in Class C2 and free throw makes, and he'll just keep working at it.
Well, absolutely. Well, Coach, conference champion, that sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
That's pretty awesome. Yep.
All right, Coach, thanks so much for joining us, and good luck the rest of the year. Let's get Coda to step in here. Coda, we are just talking with Coach about you getting to the free throw line. What's the secret? How are you able to be there so many times?
I don't know. Drive in. I got great teammates that help space the floor. So if they help off, I'm kicking it. If they don't, I'm going to the rim and just go up strong. And if they hit me, it's a foul, I guess.
I've always said that players like you, players that are scorers, players, you just find ways to lean into contact. Is that something you work on? Is the body control, finding that contact and playing through it?
Just biggest thing is just getting to two and then picking an armpit and going right up, trying to finish.
We're talking with Coach a second or two about the defense. So what do you see as what's improved with you guys defensively? I think you guys play great team defense.
Yeah, it's so fun to play defense with people like B-Wad and Cash, really get up into the ball. And then I know I got help behind me with Cluck and Brubix. And then, constant communication always works out good.
How good of a win was this? It's a West Point Beemer team has won 11 of 12 themselves coming into tonight. Close ball game, and then you guys exploded in the second half. What was the difference?
Yeah, they got us earlier in the season. Just that really fueled it for tonight. Play with extra effort, not only it being a championship game, just helped us bind back together even more to go get them.
Feel like you guys are playing with a ton of confidence right now?
Oh, for sure. Our focus today was just let it rip. Shoot at the ball with confidence, attack the hoop with confidence, play defense with confidence, just keep working hard.
Got to cut down nets. You can get used to that, couldn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Think you guys can make it to Lincoln?
Oh, for sure. That's always the goal. Always the goal.
Always the goal. Coda, what a great game tonight. I believe you had 21 points, 5 rebounds. That's a heck of a ball game. Congratulations on the championship and being our player of the game.
Thank you.
All right, that's Coda Bear, 72-52. North Bend Central gets the win and the championship. Eric, let's send it back to you.
Thank you, Lou. Coda Bear getting the picture taken with the champs. North Bend Central gets the win tonight in dominant fashion. Let's take a look at how it happened. First of all, I want to tell you that interview with Coda Bear brought to you by Nebraska Orthopedic Center, your healing destination. Also by Heritage of Fountain Point, redefining senior living with a steadfast commitment to comfort, compassion, and dignity. Heritage at Fountain Point in Norfolk, living better. All right, now let's talk top plays. That's brought to you by Elkhorn Valley Bank for all of your banking needs. Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust. There is a difference. The East Husker Conference came down to the 3 seed and the 4 seed. North Bend Central, the 4 seed, West Point Beemer, the 3 seed. Both got upsets in the semifinal. Would we see an upset in the title game? West Point Beemer has never won an East Husker Conference title as a consolidated program. Trying to change that here first quarter. Good ball movement helps. 3 ball falls early on for Miles Nielsen. He had 8 points in the first quarter. Cadets strike first. North Bend Central strikes right back, wasting no time at all. And it's 3-3. We're not even 30 seconds into the ball game. More good ball movement here by West Point Beemer. Hunter Doggett hits the triple, pulls the Cadets within 1. But North Bend Central started giving you a sense of what it would be like to guard them all night. That's a tough shot there. The lay-in, though, goes for Coda Bear, the sophomore. 12-7 North Bend Central with the lead. West Point Beemer able to get it down low, though. Nice pass from the big man. Pulls the Cadets back within 4, but North Bend Central leading after 1. Second quarter, West Point Beemer hitting from deep. Great ball movement. Extra pass. You can't keep Peyton Penrose open. All-time three-point scorer in West Point Beemer history, adds to his record-setting total there. But North Bend Central's got some shooters as well. From straight away, that one falls for Reed Carnitz. He had 6 off the bench in the first half. North Bend Central up 4 at the break. Second half looked like West Point Beemer going to keep this a ball game. Penrose hits the triple. That makes it a 2-point ball game, but more points off the pine for North Bend Central. How about Coda Bear? And one. Gets the 4-point play. He has made more free throws than any other player in Class C2. So adept at getting to the bucket. Even when he's not getting fouled, he can hit from deep, though. And Coda Bear, as North Bend Central starts to pull away. We go to the fourth quarter. Look at this little play here. You'll see North Bend Central passing it up top. Oh, no, I'm not. Instead, it's a lay-in. A little trickeration there from Braxton Quaddle. He was in double figures. And then the dagger here from the corner. Ball game. That's Reed Carnitz. He had 9 points for North Bend Central. The Tigers pull away. They cut down the nets. They win their second East Husker Conference championship in the last 3 seasons. 72-52 year final. Tigers on top of the Cadets. And that'll wrap things up. Again, the final score here, 72-52. Don't forget, we've got all kinds of more sports coming your way. I believe our next game tips off in like 6 minutes. It's not that late. It just feels like it. Our next game next Tuesday. You'll see it here on News Channel Nebraska. We've got Supernova Volleyball. There we go. Pleasanton Blue Hill on Tuesday. Supernovas on Thursday. Mid-State Conference Basketball on Friday. And then we're just 2 weeks away from the end of the regular season. It'll be state basketball before you know it. And you'll know we'll be down there in Lincoln bringing you all the action we can. But until then, again, 72-52, North Bend Central wins your East Husker Conference Championship. From our broadcast partner, Lou Siefker, Connor Luby and the NCN Sports Truck, and the entire NCN Sports crew, my name's Eric McKay. Thanks for joining us. You've been watching the East Husker Conference Championships on News Channel Nebraska.
Need some heat this winter? Stop in at Fisher Supply in Hardington and check out the Fisher Val 6 Radiant Heater. Customers are raving about how well they work. Don't let the cold stop you from getting things done in your machine shed or work area. And if you need to blast through grime, the Fisher brand pressure sprayer is the pressure sprayer of choice. Locally built, powerful, and easy to handle, Fisher products make your work shine. Stop in today in Hardington and find out more.
Make your house feel like home with Vase Furniture and Floor Coverings in downtown Hardington. From easy chairs that invite you to relax, to beautiful beds for a restful night's sleep, and stylish furniture that fits your lifestyle. You'll find it all right here. Plus, we have the quality flooring you need to pull it all together. Stop in today and discover comfort, style, and value at Vase Furniture and Floor Coverings, your hometown choice for home.
Hey, it's me, one of those students on the waiting list for a Teammates mentor. I've heard Teammates is so fun and awesome. You get to talk, laugh, play games, and hang out with a positive, caring adult once a week at school. Teammates helps students believe in themselves, and 97% of mentees are proud to be a part of it. I'd love to be one of those mentees, but we need more mentors. So if you got an hour a week to be someone a student like me can count on, go to teammates.org today. Join the team. Be a mentor.
You want Huskers? You got it. The Husker Basketball Show, now every Monday and Tuesday on NCN. A one-on-one with Coach Hoiberg reliving the game that was. The highs, the lows, and the path forward. You don't want to miss this. The Husker Basketball Show on NCN. Catch it every Monday and Tuesday or online at newschannelnebraska.com. Only on News Channel Nebraska.
In February, fun takes flight at Blackbird Bend Casino. Get more free play with our Blackbird Countdown on Monday evenings. A guest wins every 15 minutes in hot seats on Wednesday afternoons. Get $5 in free play for every 25 points you earn on Thursdays from 2 p.m. to midnight. And score 6 times points on Saturdays from 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. and 7 times points all day on Sundays. Great dining, delicious food, and friendly service are just around the bend at Blackbird Bend Casino near Ottawa, Iowa.
My name is Jamie Dunn, and at Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust, there really is a difference. The most rewarding part of my job is helping new people to the community open up checking accounts and providing the best possible customer experience. Something that sets Elkhorn Valley Bank apart from its competitors is our friendly customer service. And not only that, but it's giving back to our communities. Elkhorn Valley Bank, great for you, great for your community.
Behind every switch